So
I told Havoc not to. He Havoc brung P to me.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
Maybe. But I told
Havoc not to fuck with him.
I told him that too, and I never met P.
Thought about that.
I told Hav that too. I told Hav that too, but I never met him. Hav used to come on the block. He's like, "Yo, I'm gonna start a group with my man from school." I was like, "Nah, you don't need nobody from school." I said, "You got twin of them right there." I said, "You got the whole twin of them." I said, "Y'all could be on some G.I. Joe shit. Like he got the twins. Like, I got everybody you need is right there, my nigga."
Right.
And he's like, "Nah, my man, he kind of smooth.
He had that
with
vision.
It.
Yeah, he had that vision.
kind of smooth with it though. I like his style." I was like, "Bring him out here, man." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then he brought P out here, and niggas start rhyming, and you know, it was
for me. It's a little different because when he brought him to me, and I said that in front of him. You know what I'm saying? I'm brutally honest, like.
Nah, that's a fact.
I'm just like that, you know what I mean? But that's not always good, you know what I mean?
Yeah, not always.
And that shit just sparked me just now. I never looked at it. I looked at it like that, but not like that.
Right.
Because he brought him to me, and I was like, let me hear him. I heard him, I was like, nah, you should stay solo. And he was
right
standing
in front
right
of him.
there. Yeah, he probably held that, you know what I'm saying?
Man after my own heart.
Because you know what I now think about it? Because I told somebody else that story, and they was like, yo, son, like, for you to say that in front of him, like, he probably looked up to you, so you probably just clapped him.
You just crushed his
whole... But I ain't looking at it like that because of the way I came up.
Right.
You know, I came up under Kane and them, and like, if your shit wasn't right, them niggas will clown you.
Right.
So I felt like tough love was great. My mom's raised me like that. That's all I knew.
You might have been responsible for him picking it up.
Absolutely.
Maybe.
But sometimes you're not accredited for that, and it could be taken a different way. It's motivation, but it's like, oh shit.
Right.
If they take it the wrong way, they're not supposed to be here.
Nah, you can't say that, man.
I always say that.
All right. I mean, you can't say that.
I've put hands on a lot of people's dreams. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I've been as honest as I can be because I feel like when you lie to somebody, first of all, you only lie to people you're afraid of. I'm not afraid of nobody.
Exactly.
So I don't lie to nobody.
What are you
Second
scared of?
You're doing them a disservice. You're sabotaging.
That's how I look at it. But everybody, like my pops tell me, man, when you stop expecting people to see the world the way you do, you'll be less frustrated.
Yeah, but you gotta know when you throwing somebody a brick.
Or you throwing them an alley-oop, but that's how I looked at it. Yo, if I tell you this straight up, either you gonna drown or you gonna fucking swim. That's just how I came up.
If I throw you a brick and you dunk it, you become a legend.
Yeah, but it's still a brick. You gotta acknowledge what I'm about to hit you with is a brick. Now I could pass it to you so you don't get hurt as much, or I could throw it. Sometimes it's just not good to throw it.
Yeah, you're right. That's a fact.
I think, like I said, I think when you downplay something, especially if we talk about an artistic standpoint,
This nigga just like to crush niggas' dreams.
No, but listen,
he's just one of them guys. He's just one of them. I think he get a kick out of it. Like
that's how you on it?
Yeah, look at him, look at this nigga.
If they come back, look what we made.
That's a
If
factual.
they come back, look what happened. Look what you are now.
You made somebody cry before?
Completely.
See?
Couple people.
That's why his hand hurt right now.
Yeah, that's why he trained. Yo, you remember me? You told me my demo was trash in '98,
You know
nigga.
what I'm saying? But equally so, after equally so, just as much as I'll hit you with that, I'll hit you when you correct it. I will give you that. I give you the reward and the penalty. I do that.
What you talking about?
I'm talking about wrestling. My first thing
First
was,
impressions, though.
Yes, but
First
then
meeting.
you know what happened? He's like he said. Then they started working, but it was for me I was there from the onset, the beginning, the spark. Right. What happened was, he went in the hospital. Right.
Right.
Because if you notice, there's 2 shook ones.
Right.
There was actually 3. And you know, he had went into the hospital. And when he came out the hospital, they went back in the studio. Hav come to me. Anybody know Hav? You know, Hav is, when Hav got his confidence up, he like this. His head is cocked back. Like, come to my crib, I open the door. Got his head cocked back like this. So I'm like, the fuck he looking so confident for? So I'm like, what's up?
Sum up.
He like, yo, throw this shit in. And he threw it in. I said, who the fuck is that? He said, yo, that's P. I was like, get the fuck out of here. What this nigga made a deal with the devil or some shit? Yo, how the fuck did he go from that to that? I remember the whole verse. That's how ill it was. I only heard it a couple times and I was like, that's crazy. And I said that. I was like, yo, he turned his shit way up.
So he probably needed to hear that.
For what it's worth, he turned it up. And again, amazing artist, man. Amazing.
He might have computed it like that. Like, he ain't tell me that I'm gonna stay here with this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
He's not here to tell me that, but his actions show, at least through the work,
no question,
through the craft, that he took that shit in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he ran with that.
And that's what he was supposed to do. And within that, that's a backwards karate chop. I gotta salute that. You know what I mean?
Salute.
Even if the attitude is fuck you, I'm better than what you think I am. Like I can
Exactly.
do, like, fuck you. A word, I'm what? Fuck you, dude. Watch this.
Exactly.
I'm coming back.
Like,
I'm shooting. Coming back shooting. I love that shit.
That's
hip hop. I love that shit.
It's the
I love that
best.
shit.
But comfort doesn't
That's
come
what
to
it
the
is.
comfortable. You can't let them be comfortable. You got it. When they come at me in this lackluster, I tell them, yo, that's lackluster. That ain't it. Now the only difference is I'll tell you what you're doing wrong. I got enough hours in where I can pick apart what you've done wrong, and I can tell you how to correct it.
That's constructive.
Me and you had a conversation. I told you be more honest with your shit. That was the only critique I had for you because your technique was flawless.
But you're not gonna get, like, if you got a lot of kids, or you got multiple kids, you realize through dealing with them, some of them could take the hard critique.
That's right.
Some of them can't.
You're right.
They got different motivations.
It's approach, it's assessment, and it's approach.
Right.
I could talk shit
Right.
to one of my sons, like, man, you ain't.
got-
I mean,
his skin is
I
tough.
know what it's gonna do to him.
Skin
It's
is
gonna,
tough,
he
yeah.
gonna do this shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
The other one, I gotta like, look, you gotta figure this out. You got change. You know what I mean? So everybody's not like that.
You're not
Everybody
my child,
learns
though.
different.
You're not my child, though. In the words of Ivan Drago, if he dies, he dies.
You see what? I told you, niggas. I told you. He get a kick out of that shit.
If he dies,
He get a kick out of that shit, man.
Listen, that's how
he
I am.
probably light up a cigarette after you leave the office, like.
That's how I am, but you know what? Like he's saying, I had to learn, like I got girls too, you know what I'm saying? I got sons, I got girls too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I had to learn, like, I got one of my girls, she's tough.
Yeah.
She's tough. Like, she be on some watch your back type shit. Like, watch your back. You know what I'm saying? And I get a kick out of it because I'm like, that's me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then my other daughter, like, if I look at her wrong, she's like, and I'm like,
Yeah.
and I didn't know how to approach her. Like, I didn't know how to deal with her in that sense. And I had to, he's right too. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta balance this shit out, man.
question.
I was young at that time too when I said that to him.
I
I ain't had that experience.
If I was
Right.
coming from a father's perspective, I 100% understand exactly where you're coming from. My role here is as, I know the term gatekeeper is like a curse word now, but I'm seriously holding the gate. You can't come in here being whack because we still got too much we fighting for. We fighting for respect. We fighting for like to see eye to eye with our forebearers, which is rock and roll.
Right.
They've been allowed to evolve and they've been allowed to grow up, and we can have a 40, 45-year-old dude break and become brand new and blow through the charts. Nobody says nothing.
Right.
Us, we still fighting to get out of ageism. So I can't let you moonwalk us backwards because you came over here with this sense of entitlement and this want to be.
Yo, listen, man.
But what about
that person is not gonna destroy hip hop, bro. Like,
They ain't got to.
sometimes it's the.
I'm doing
yo,
my
go,
part.
Go do something else.
I'm doing my part. That's what I tell them. And if
No,
and if
I
you-
mean go record a different type of song.
Okay, and then
go
bring
work
it
the
back.
Pathmark, nigga.
And then bring it back. And if what I said was enough to break you, you not gonna last here.
Right.
If what I said was
right.
enough to kill you,
I
you're
respect that.
not gonna
I
last
respect
here.
that.
Right.
It's Hoffa, trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars, I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard, making Fucking fiends leave earth, you heard? Got your baby mama thirst, you heard? Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf, you heard?